Cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain, no one to call up back.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Cottrell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Texans at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. This defense for the Colts, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Brissett sets to throw it. Pass complete across the formation to Melton. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. Give him 17 on the pickup there. The Texans also get a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Juwan Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now a play fake here on first down.
It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now third down and 6 to go.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on third down, Saunders. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor taken down at the 42. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Saunders. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So the first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 46 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Hey, kill.
They'll run on first down. Cottrell. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. There he goes left side. The 40. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Seven, our score after one. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, check. Go.
Throwing, Brissett. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Off play action. Saunders. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Saunders. Able to find his man, Woods. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, Saunders. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Saunders. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Colts pick it up, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. They looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Saunders. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
From the gun on 3rd down. Saunders. Left side, he finds Pierce. And he is going to have a Colts first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Throwing on 1st down. Saunders. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Then he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw again. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On 2nd and 7, Brissett. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, Brissett. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Brissett. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing to start the drive. Saunders. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Saunders. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And
he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me.
Touchdown, Colts! Alec Pierce from 21 yards away. And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official wouldn't think twice.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old...
And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake. Saunders. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Juju Smith-Schuster
With touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Brissett's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. Juju Smith-Schuster, touchdown.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, kill.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
4th down, Brissett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Hey, kill.
Pierce now up the middle.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now on 2nd and 13, Brissett. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. To throw is Brissett. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
He's got a man complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it,
safe.
Be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Taking it about the 1. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss, 4th down now. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 11 yards that time on the return.
And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
89 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
1st down, Brissett. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Gay is on for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Back to throw. Saunders. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down.
Touchdown, Colts! Jonathan Taylor from 6 yards away.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Saunders. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Dancing to his left.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Hey, chill.
Now Brissett. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, and I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps, to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Brissett.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Brissett now.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
On 1st and 10, Brissett steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, it has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, kill.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Texans are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Hey, kill.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Brissett.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
And now here is another interception.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.